Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Tisdale and today's video is of course What Sold Wednesday. The dates that I'll be going over this week are Monday, August 21st to Sunday, August 27th. And I'm sure you guys have noticed my background has changed a bit. I'm in the middle of kind of rearranging things. I used to have my light box back here where I took my pictures obviously. And I have kind of broken that down and brought it inside and done kind of a new setup. And then I don't know if I'll continue to do videos out here or if I'll start doing those inside too. I'm not really sure, but just trying to move things around to make it a little bit more efficient and also give myself more space if possible. So that's the reason for the background change. So I don't know what the background or the scenery will be for future videos, but I'm hoping this isn't it. It was a rather rough week. I only had a total of 6 sales, and 2 of those were from eBay and 4 were from Poshmark. So it's probably going to be a pretty short video, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Starting off on Monday, August 21st, I only had 1 sale and it was on eBay. And the item that sold were these Hoka One One blue, I think it's called Arahi 3 shoes. I will pick up almost any Hoka shoes. They tend to sell for sometimes really good money, but either way they sell very fast. These were only listed for 27 days. They did have a bit of wear on them and they're not a unique color. So they didn't sell for quite as much. I only picked them up for $6.50 and they sold for $50.94, which is great. I mean, less than 30 days and they're sold. I will almost always pick them up if they're at a great price. These actually took me forever to list. I had kind of cleaned them up a little bit and set them in an area that I don't usually sit anything in, and so I kept forgetting about it whenever I would do pictures to list. And I finally, a month ago, grabbed them, took pictures, and got them listed. And they sold again in 27 days. You really can't beat that. Then on Tuesday, August 22nd, I had a donut day, so 0 sales on this day. But then moving on to Wednesday, August 23rd, I had 1 sale, and again, it was on eBay. The item that sold for me was a "why did you pick this up" item. I really thought it was going to do so much better than it did. And let me tell you what the item is and then we'll go over it. But it's this Young, Fabulous, and Broke. And it is a sweater, like a turtleneck sweater dress, and it's like a maroon color. And this took 605 days to sell. And I paid $10.78 for it. It was new with tag. So I bought, I think, 3 of these and then an orange one. I believe, was it Nordstrom Rack, or it may have been at TJ Maxx. But you know, 2 years ago, I guess almost, I bought these, and I guess I hadn't gotten the hint yet that that Young, Fabulous, and Broke doesn't sell that great anymore. But this style apparently was not sought after at all either, because it seemed to be like no matter how much I marked it down, it would not sell. But someone did end up paying $22.40 for it. So definitely not what I thought it would go for, especially it being new with tag. But I definitely made my money up and some. However, I am still sitting on 2 or 3 of these dresses. So they'll probably get marked down very shortly. On Thursday, August 24th, it was another donut day, so another 0 sales day. And on Friday, August 25th, I did have 1 sale, and it was on Poshmark. The item that sold for me was this beautiful Sundance, it was called the Novella Fair Isle Nordic sweater. It had some beaded detail along the Fair Isle pattern area. It kind of went all around the sweater, and I don't believe this was new with tag, but it was basically like new because every single bead and detail was still in place. So great item. I love picking up Sundance. Some definitely sell faster and for better money than others. This one only took 30 days to sell, so super quick. I picked it up for $7.58 and it sold for $44, so great flip. On Friday, August 26th, I had 2 sales, and again, they are both on Poshmark. The first item to sell for me were these Mother black jeans. They were the high-waisted Rascal ankle step frayed jeans in Night Garden, I guess was the color. And these actually took me a while to list as well, not quite as long as the Hoka's, but it took me a little bit because on the back of each leg there are these little kind of like white dots, almost like a bleach mark, and it was on both of the legs, so I was really confused. I was trying to see if I could get it out and I couldn't, so I did end up listing them, but they sold in 3 days regardless. Of course I mentioned the defect in the listing, but they still sold in 3 days. I picked them up for $8.99 and they sold for $65. So Mother is still a great brand to pick up, but definitely just check your comps because certain styles are going to sell better than others. And then the last item that sold for me on this day were these, Witchery is the brand. I think they had palm tree print detail. It was a midi skirt. I am not sure why I ended up buying these. I know the style was definitely interesting to me, but I'm sure I looked up comps and they looked decent. However, it did take 332 days to sell, so I'm not sure I would pick these up again. I paid $5.41 for them and they only sold for $17. So yeah, I probably would not pick these up again. And closing out on Sunday, August 27th, I had one sale and it was on Poshmark. The last item that sold for me was this Saints and Secrets sage green dress. It was a really pretty mini dress. I think it had some ruffles on it and a v-neck. It almost looked like a romper, but it was a mini dress and it did take 297 days to sell. And I paid $10.79 for it and it only sold for $23. I think with this one, I was just trying it out. I'm sure I looked up comps. I always do, especially on brands I've never heard of, but I had never sold this brand or the Witchery one before. But I also used to, a year or so ago, would try more brands, and I'm a little bit more particular with, if I am going to try a new brand, I won't pay very much for it. Definitely wouldn't pay $10.79 for it right now. So, you know, you live and you learn, and that's just kind of where I'm at with my business right now. So I wouldn't pick this dress up again. So for the 6 items that I sold last week, I made $222.34, and then after fees, cost of goods, and shipping is taken out, I made $110.88. So definitely not my best week, but we have ups and downs, right? And I think the week previous I was out of town, so I feel like when you start working on your business or making any changes, it takes a week or so to see those changes. And I think the same thing happens where if you're kind of neglecting your business, you may not see that the first week, but the week or so after, you're going to see that. And I'm thinking that's what I'm seeing here. So of course, we're going to keep moving on. Next week, I'm sure will be better. I've already got a couple good sales this week, so I think next week we'll be looking at a lot better sales. That's all I have for you guys this week. I hope it's been helpful and insightful. I hope your guys' sales are doing great, and I will see you next time.